Hey everyone, Reflected here, and today I want to show you how to start the F4U Corsair in DCS World following real-world procedures. I'm not going to deep dive into each system too much. Check out my Corsair familiarization video to learn more about how everything works. So first, you verify the control movements are free and correct. Then we make sure the aircraft is ready for engine start. Make sure the mixture control is in the idle cutoff position all the way back, and then turn on the battery switch. Now you can check the fuel quantity, check the gun side illumination, and uncase the gyro horizon. Set the altimeter to the QNH pressure or field elevation. Verify that the armament switches are safe. Make sure the ignition is off. Then have the ground crew pull the propeller by hand through 4 to 5 revolutions to get the oil moving. If the plane sits on the ground, all the oil tends to drop to the bottom, leaving the top cylinders not properly lubricated. Fuel selector valve to reserve. Propeller control, max RPM, all the way down. Crank the throttle 1 inch open. Blower or supercharger, neutral, all the way forward. Mixture, idle cutoff, all the way back. Cowl flaps fully open. If you don't have any hydraulic pressure, you can generate some using the hand pump down on the left side of the seat. Battery on. Electric auxiliary fuel pump on. Press and hold the electric primer switch for 5 to 15 seconds, depending on the outside temperature. Be careful not to overprime and flood the engine. Open the starter cover and hold the starter switch. Count 4 to 6 blaze to get that oil moving and the engine properly lubricated, then switch the ignition to both. As soon as the engine catches, slowly move the mixture control to auto rich. If you move it too rapidly, the engine can get flooded and it will die. If the oil pressure doesn't rise within 30 seconds, stop the engine immediately. Idle at 800 RPM until the oil pressure starts to drop, then you can idle at 1000 RPM. Now you can turn on some of the other systems such as the radio, the receiver control, the radio navigation. If needed, turn on the pitot heat and the gun heater, although you better wait with these until just before takeoff as you take the runway. To warm up the engine, open the intercoolers and cowl flaps fully and close the oil coolers. Idle at 1000 RPM until you get 40 degrees of oil temperature and 120 degrees of cylinder head temperature. After that, you can use higher RPM. Once the engine is warm, you need to test a couple of things before you can go. Open the throttle to 30 inches of manifold and 2200 RPM. Verify that oil pressure is between 85 and 90 pounds per square inch. Fuel pressure is 16 to 18 pounds per square inch. Check the magnetos. Running on only the right or left magneto, the drop shouldn't exceed 100 RPM. If it's more than that, it means that magneto is faulty, so you only have one working without a backup. You don't want to fly like that. Then comes the idle mixture check. Throttle back to 600 RPM. Move the mixture to idle cutoff. Look at the RPM gauge for any change. Then move it back to auto rich before the engine cuts out. If there's a rise of more than 10, the idle mixture is too rich. If there's no change in RPM or there's a drop, the idle mixture is too lean. A rise of 5 to 10 is what you want. To prevent the accumulation of excessive sludge in the supercharger clutch mechanism, you need to exercise the clutch during warm-up. You need at least 40 degrees of oil temperature and 1400 RPM. Move the blower to low, then high, then back to neutral, but allow at least 30 seconds between each movement. If the situation permits, this should be done after landing too. Check the generator. Run the engine up above 1300 RPM and check the generator output. It should be between 27.5 and 28.5 volts. Verify the hydraulic pressure is between 900 and 1150 pounds per square inch. Check the propeller governor. Set the throttle to 2000 RPM Then move the lever fully up to low RPM. It should drop to about 1200 RPM. Don't forget to return the lever to the max RPM position. Now finally you can unfold the wings. Verify the lock D handle is pushed down. Move the wing fold lever to the spread position. And once the wings are spread and the little doors are closed, pull and turn the locking handle. If the warning horn stops, you did it right. The wings are locked and it's safe to take off. Lastly, check the operation of the flaps. Alright, you're ready to go. That's it for today. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if I said something stupid. Stay tuned for more tutorials and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See ya!